And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Rangers win it late. Rangers 2, Hearts 1, right at the death of the game. 3 points. Honestly, there's so much to unpack from that game. Wasn't our best performance, but look, 3 points on the board. And I was speaking literally before the game, throughout the live stream I was just doing there, how important it was after the weekend's result between Hibernian and Celtic for us to make sure that we capitalise and get 3 points on the board. Yes, we've got it. But as I said, it doesn't tell the whole story. But look, I'm absolutely buzzing that Rangers have won the game 2-1 right at the end there. But look, as I said, so much to discuss. Look, the first part of the game, of course, look, the first start of the match, look, at Ibrox, as always, I keep saying on this channel, being a Rangers fan from a long period of time, you understand that you need to win these games. You need to win your home games if you stand any chance of winning league titles and all the rest of it. Rangers came out of the blocks. Well, they didn't come out of the blocks. Hearts kind of came out of the blocks. Hearts chucked everything at it and kind of dominated the game early on, and then managed to find an early goal from Lawrence Shankland. Now, the situation was pretty frustrated. That first 5 minutes, it was all Hearts. We were still sort of messy around the park. And then, as I said, he gets the goal. Going into it, for the rest of the 40 minutes, I did think, we're going to create chances. We're going to go up there. We're going to do stuff. And we're actually going to try and get an equaliser. And we're going to get back into the game and win the game. That's what I thought after the performance against Hibernian. That's what I thought after the second half against Sparta Prague. But that wasn't to be. That wasn't the case. We were disjointed, we were all over the place, and again, I don't like to single a certain player out, but Dessers is not good enough to play for this football club. Again, people will try and hang the hat on it. Look, fresh slate, new manager. And of course, we want every single player that puts on a Rangers jersey to do well, but simply, he's not good enough. He makes us disjointed. It kind of reminds me of when Cedric Itten used to play for us. For whatever reason, it was disjointed, and he just couldn't get in. He just couldn't do well for us, no matter what. Yes, he's gone to Young Boys and done well, but the same is with Dessers. We just can't play with him up front. Everyone plays bad when he's playing. The ball goes to him, it just goes everywhere, and he just has no final product or anything. He can't do anything for us. I just simply, it's a write-off for me, Cyril Dessers. I simply don't think he's good enough to play for Glasgow Rangers. That's just the reality of it. Again, losing the ball outside our box, passing to the Hearts players by accident, just disjointed all around, and he creates that. Look, he comes off at half-time. In fact, we haven't got to the penalty yet. We win a penalty at the brink of half-time and thinking, look, listen, we're going to be able to maybe capitalise, go into the half-time break and get an equaliser. Tavernier misses it. Unlucky. Tavernier 9 times out of 10, he usually scores a penalty for us. That's what he does, usually. However, he misses the penalty and hits the post, and we go into the halftime break, still 1-0 down. Straight away, at standard halftime break during the live stream, look, we need to make changes. Dessers need to come off. The manager does make that change. He brings Danilo on. Look, we don't know the situation with regards to Danilo at the moment. We don't know how fit he is. We don't know all the rest of it with regards to him. Obviously, he's just come back from injury, still trying to get up to that match sharpness. And obviously, he comes onto the park. And again, we look a lot better straight away in the second half. After that change, we look like we're putting passes together, and we look like a bit better. We just look a bit more cohesive. We look like a bit more gelled. But, still, throughout the whole of the game, there was passes going here, there, and everywhere. We're trying to create chances, but again, just wasn't going quite our way at that point. Now, as I said, we were dominant throughout the second half. We did have a lot of the ball possession. We were having a lot of chances, a lot of shots, but again, just not really finding our way past Xander Clark. But just felt like we were getting closer and closer. And when McCausland came on, by the way, the young boy McCausland, when he came on, I thought he did really, really well. I really did. I thought he was making really nice passes, and he was getting ourselves up there, and he was being smart with the ball, and I felt like he actually impacted the game in a very positive way. For such a young player, it's absolutely excellent to see. And then, of course, throughout it, I just thought it was going to be one of those days. Raskin goes off injured. It doesn't look good. He gets stretched off. We miss a penalty. We go down 1-0 in the first 5 minutes. I just felt, it's going to be one of those days where we just drop points and lose the game, because it just didn't seem we were getting the rub of the green. Then, of course, we win the penalty, and Tavernier, of course, steps up, gets the equaliser, and due to Hearts' sort of time wasting with their injuries, Nico Raskin injury, the penalty, there was 9 minutes stoppage time, and rightfully so. It was destined for that. And again, I just had that feeling from there, once we had that equaliser, that we would go on and try and find a way. Now, I said Tavernier literally just got the man of the match in this game. Tavernier, I felt, didn't play his best game at all. I really didn't. I didn't feel like it was the Tavernier's passes, the corners, the balls into the box just weren't Tavernier-esque. They were all over the place. But he scores the penalty in the 90th minute. And then, of course, sets up Danilo for that second goal. And it was absolutely a fantastic pass picked out by Tavernier. As I said, throughout the whole game, prior to that second penalty, he didn't really have a decent game, Tavernier, at all. As I said, balls were going everywhere. His passes were crap. He was all over the place, and his passing in just general was just horrible. But he picks out that pass, finds Danilo, and gets us the winner 3 minutes later after we get the penalty to secure all 3 points. And then, boy, it just changed from there, and that was us, and we had the 3 points on the board. Now, I'm not going to distress or put down the importance of that victory. Look, going into this, obviously, Felipe Clement coming in, winning against Hibernian. Again, not a great performance against Sparta Prague during the week, but now we look back on it and go, look, it's a good away point in Europe. But then coming into his second league game in charge of his third game, losing against Hearts at home, it would have just put on so much unnecessary pressure. To get those 2 late goals, to get all 3 points in this game is massive for us, especially after Celtic dropping points at the weekend. Of course, they drew 0-0 yesterday, and now we've closed that gap to 5 points, which does put the title in our hands, if so to speak. There's 3 Old Firm games left to play. We win those games, we win all our other games, we win the league. So I know it's getting a bit carried away, but 7 points or 8 points it could have been if we lost this game today. 8 points down to 5, massive difference. So I'm absolutely buzzing that we managed to get the 3 points there right at the end. Again, not our best performance in the world, but again, it is. You're going to have those days at the office. We've played really badly today throughout the whole match. But to find a way of winning and getting 3 points on the board, even in your worst days, that's a sign of a champions winning team or a good side, and champions can kind of do that. Turn up, have a bad day at the office and still win games of football, and we've done that today. Again, I didn't think we would, but hopefully, as I say, this will do a lot for our confidence going forward. But Rangers fans, do let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below in terms of the live chat. I just want to read a few bits and pieces out in here. David says, Dan, you have to stop doubting the Jazz and be more positive, mate. Again, look, it's different, under the situation throughout the stream. I'm the first one to admit. Did I think it was going to be one of those days where we're going to be coming back? No, I just felt like we were really disjointed. I couldn't find that positivity. And again, yes, I do get behind the team and I support the team all the time, but sometimes it's a live reaction. You're watching what you're seeing. It's just frustrating. And I just didn't feel everything. I just felt everything was going against us. Missed penalty, injuries, just everything just super disjointed. So I didn't feel we were going to get that win. But my goodness me, they shocked me. And one thing I will say though, is we played a lot better when Dessers came off the park. And then we played even better when Lammers came off the park. I just think those 2 players aren't good enough for Rangers. I really don't. And no one's going to be able to convince me otherwise. Danilo has to start the next game. Dessers can't start a game of football for us. He ain't good enough. Lammers is not good enough. He's disjointed all over the park as well. I don't think he's great. So again, them 2, I think they make us play really badly. Both of them, Lammers and Dessers, I just don't think they've got it to play for us. And whenever they play with us, we just look super disjointed. They give the ball away. They shoot from stupid areas. Dessers can't even stay on side. Dessers can't even do anything, honestly. I'm struggling to understand what Bill's seen in this guy. Bill flew out to Italy to persuade him to come play for Glasgow Rangers. Mental. Absolutely fucking mental. But look, it is what it is. We've just got to carry on, and hopefully Danilo can stay fit. Obviously, a huge blow today is that Nico Raskin's gone off. He went off stretchered, so that doesn't look good in terms of for our season, because I thought Nico Raskin was one of the better performers within that first half when everyone was kind of not playing so good, so that's good to see. But let me just read some live chat comments from what people are saying with regards to some of these players. Even right over Lammers. Exactly, I would say that. Definitely. I would 1,000% say would play right over Lammers, 100%. What else have we got here? If we don't sign Shanklin, we'll be missing out on a goal scorer. Again, another situation which I think should be done as well. I was saying it throughout the live stream as well. Genuinely, I believe we haven't got really any good strikers. Yes, I think Danilo can become good. He's one that I've got a bit of faith in. But look, we're in the Scottish Premiership. Shanklin's scoring goals for fun. I think we should go out in January and buy Lawrence Shanklin. I 1,000% really do. I 100% really do. And in terms of a lot of fans are a bit snobbish towards the Scottish players. We've always had good Scottish players. Andy McCoist was a great striker for us. Chris Boyd was a great striker for us. Even Kenny Miller was a great striker for us. I think Lawrence Shanklin could do a job for us. And if we can get him in January on a fairly decent price, he's going to do a lot better than what Dess is, and he's going to do a lot more better than Lammers would do. I even do a straight swap for Dess's for Shanklin and a bit of money on top. Genuinely. Genuinely, I really would. Slammers and Dessers, January window can't come quick enough if the manager has eyes because both are a joke. And Bill, I don't know what Bill's in those two. I really don't. Get rid of Lammers, send him down to the Nigerian second division. Dodgy penalty again? No, I don't think so. I think both were definitely penalties. 100% think they were both penalties. Dessler and Lammers are the weak links in the chain. 1,000% I agree. I don't think them two can be starting any more games. I think if Felipe wants to play, if Felipe wants to get the best out of this team, I'd play Scott Wright over Lammers and I'd play Dinelo 1,000% over Dessers. We've got Roof hopefully coming back soon. Yes, we can't hang our hat on him, but the January transfer window's not too far away, so we need to go in and bring a Lawrence Shanklin in or something like that to fill in with the striking department and the striking depth. But we've got away with one today, and hopefully this result will do us a world of good. We've got Dundee during the week, then we're back in Glasgow at Hampden, and a massive game for us in the semi-final of the League Cup. So it's all the positivity is still going to be running through for us, but as I said, we need to learn from this one. And for me, the diagnosis as a fan, I say, is Dessers, Lammers can't be starting for us. They are making us poor. It sounds so bizarre, but watching them, there was a similar situation with Cedric Itten last season, 2 seasons ago. Again, Cedric Itten's doing all right for young boys. There's a certain type of player that fits a system, what he's doing for young boys in the Champions League. He's scoring goals, but whenever he played for us, he made us play really bad. It wasn't just him playing really bad, but he made a whole team disjointed. The chemistry, the cohesiveness just didn't match up when he was playing. And the same thing now is happening when Cyril Dessers and Sam Lammers plays for us. But look, enough of the negativity. We know the problems. We need to be making sure that we go in and make sure we won't win the next game. But we need to be learning the lessons and make sure we put this one behind us. But guys, 3 points on the board and we've closed the gap to 5 points in the Scottish Premiership. It's a perfect weekend for us, but we need to keep going. Dundee next. And as I said, we're hoping teams can do jobs in and around us to help us close that gap on Celtic. But the league title is certainly not over. And after that, 3 points is down to 5 points, and there's plenty of time to go left in this Premiership season. So again, we're all there, but Rangers fans, enjoy the weekend, enjoy that result. As I said, despite the performance, you can't beat a last-minute equaliser and then a last-minute winner as well. So I'm really happy with that, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and as I said, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.